So today is July 11, 2014.
June
June 11, 2014. So, Sayadaw, we talk about the qualifications of a successful yogi or meditators who go into practice Satipatthana meditation. These there are 5 qualifications or qualities, requirements for a yogi to practice meditation successfully. So this discourse is given by the Buddha to the monks who practice meditation intensively during his lifetime. So the today dhamma talk is named the 5 requirements for a successful yogis, or 5 factors or qualities of a yogis. So this discourse is documented in the Anguttara Nikaya numerical discourses, and Nivarana Vagga, that means the sections of the Nivarana, mental hindrances. The name of the sutra is Bharani Yanga. So Bharana means the intensive practice or meditators. Yanga means factors or qualities or a intensive meditators or successful intensive meditators. So it's literal meaning of the sutra is the 5 factors or a intensive meditators. So first requirement or qualification or a successful yogi is the Buddha said in this holy order or in this dispensation, a yogi need to have faith in triple gem, strong faith. As a yogi, we need strong faith in the qualities of the Buddha who practice and meditation and discover the dhamma and fully enlightened and eradicated all kinds of mental defilements. So we need to have faith in the Buddha according to his qualities, Buddha's qualities. And then the Buddha taught us how to overcome, how to eradicate mental defilements, which are mental torture, which are the cause of the suffering. And that's dhamma. We need to have faith, the dhamma, the practice. So practice is the path that can lead us to the cessation of all kinds of mental defilements and its resultant suffering. And then also we need to have faith in the Sangha or noble disciple or fellow meditators who practice, who take this path and practice this dhamma and fully enlightened, having overcome all kinds of mental defilements, and they experience ultimate peacefulness or nibbana. So we need to have, there are a faith, there are enlightened people who are fully enlightened by practicing this kind of meditation. So this kind of faith is also important. And then we need to have faith in the karma and its result, and the law of cause and effect. When we do good, we have to reap good. When we do bad, we have to suffer, we have to pay price for the bad deed. So that's a basic law, cause and effect. So we call karma, the law of karma. We need to have faith in the karma too. So the first qualities we need to have as a meditator is the faith in triple gem and the karma and its effect. So regarding the faith, we have 4 kinds of faith. The first kind is we call agama saddha, This sutta is unique to, peculiar to the would-be Buddha. So the would-be Buddhas, they fulfill parami life after life. They have unshakable faith, and regarding the liberation out of the cycle or the life and death. So that kind of faith is called agama sutta, the faith unique to the would-be Buddha. So the second kind of faith is called adhigama sutta. So the faith related to spiritual achievement or accomplishment. So mostly is belong to the Ariyas and noble disciples like the Sotapanna, Sakaragami, Anagami, and Arahats. So their faith is unshakable and related to their enlightenment. That's what's called adhigama sutta. So that faith is called okapana sutta. So this faith is related to the faith in the qualities or the triple gem. So there are 9 chief qualities of the Buddha, and then the Dhamma, and the Dhamma expounded by the Buddha, and or the Dhamma related to enlightenment, and also Sangha, the noble people who follow the Buddha's teaching and practice Dhamma and fully enlightened. These are called Sangha, qualities of Sangha. So Okapana Sutta is the faith in the qualities of the triple gem. So number 4, faith is Vipassana Sutta. That's related to gratification with the Dhamma. So we feel gratified with the Dhamma and Dhamma experience. That's what is called Vipassana Sutta. So altogether there are 4 kinds of Sutta: Agama Sutta, Adhigama Sutta, Okapana Sutta, and Vipassana Sutta. So among these 4 kinds of Sutta, faith, what we really need as a yogi is Okapana Sutta, the faith in the qualities of the Buddha, and the faith in the Dhamma taught by the Buddha, and the faith in the holy disciple or the enlightened noble disciples, starting from Panjavaggiya, the first 5 disciples of the Buddha, to the last disciple, Subhadda. These noble disciples, they follow the Buddha's teaching and practice as the Buddha had taught. They became fully enlightened. So this is the correct path that all noble disciples follow. So they became fully enlightened. So we need to have this kind of faith in the Sangha or the holy disciple or noble disciple. And based on this kinds of faith, we feel inspired or encouraged to make effort in the development of mindfulness according to Satipatthana Sutra, so that we can become fully enlightened and eradicating all kinds of mental defilements. So here in this case, Sayadaw would like to expound it a little bit about the 9 chief qualities of the Buddha. The purpose is when we have difficulties, when we have hard time focusing or developing mindfulness, we need to recollect the qualities of the Buddha. According to the Bharani Sutra, recollections of the Buddha's quality, or the recollections of the Dhamma's qualities, we can feel gratified with the Buddha and the Dhamma, and then our mind can become stable and peaceful, and at the same time, more or less, we can overcome physical distress too. So that's why Sayadaw would like to explain a little bit about the 9 chief qualities of the Buddha. So different people have different faith, different belief, and different religious background. So there's some of us may hesitate to develop the recollection or the qualities of the Buddha. But Sayadaw would like to explain the qualities, 9 chief qualities of the Buddha. The purpose is we can feel inspired recollecting the qualities of the Buddha, who made great effort to help, to give Dhamma to all living beings. So by recollecting the Buddha's quality, we can feel inspired to make effort in the practice, and we can overcome the mental and physical distress to some extent. So suppose, for example, we are greedy and selfish. When we recollect qualities of the Buddha, we feel inspired not to be as greedy. And then greed is the responsible for unsatisfactoriness or the disappointment. When we reduce the greed and selfishness, and the dosa, aversion or disappointment or unsatisfactoriness also become less and less and reduced. And at the same time, we can reduce the ignorance or right or wrong, or the delusion. So by recollecting what the Buddha did for the sake of all living beings, we can feel gratified Buddha's what the Buddha done for us, and then we can feel mental and physical comfort, and then that's what we call the gratification or piti or rapture take place, and then we feel very happy to recollect the qualities of the Buddha. And with the rapture or gratification and happiness, the mind becomes tranquil and able to focus on the object. And thus we develop the concentration. Thanks to concentration, our mind is purified of the mental defilements, and our actions, our speech also purifying or mental defilement to some extent. Thus, we develop the samadhi, concentration, through the recollection of the qualities of the Buddha. So, in the collection of the productive chanting, there is a sutra in which the benefits mention the benefits of the recollection of the Buddha's qualities. In that discourse, the Buddha said, when you feel frightened or scared, when you are practicing intensively in the forest, deep forest, or under the tree, or the very secluded, remote place, sometimes you may feel scared or frightened, certain kinds of things. Then you may have the good flesh, and you really scared, In that case, the Buddha said, you may recollect the qualities of the Buddhas. If you recollect quality of the Buddha, you will overcome that kind of the scare or fear, and the mind will become stable and tranquil. So that's why to keep our mind stable and tranquil, especially when we feel scared or frightened for some reason, it's good to recollect qualities of the Buddha, especially during the retreat. So the samatha, this kind of samatha meditation is quite helpful or conducive to the Vipassana practice. Now here Sayadaw recounted his own experience in the forest. Once he practiced in a very remote area in the forest, quite deep forest. So there are some scary things like ghosts, and then Sayadaw made his own experiment. And why we human beings scared? The reason is dosa, kind of passive anger. We ordinary people cannot overcome the dosa or passive anger, so we afraid to be in trouble or to get killed, something like this, so that we feel scared. That's the way ordinary people are. Only when we attain that stage of enlightenment, called anagami, we can overcome fear. Before that stage of enlightenment, we are subject to scare from time to time. We will be frightened by something scary. So when we feel scared or frightened by something, we should recollect the qualities of the Buddha. So Sayadaw's own experience is related to his meditation on dead body, the corpse. So that he meditate on the dead body at night time. So he really scared at night time because daytime he contemplate on the corpse and dead body. So night time he really scared, and like he see like a ghost or something like this. So he practiced in the forest and then Nepal, the Tripuri, near the Tripuri.
Trisuri.
Suri. And there's the forest. And then Sayadaw alone to practice there. So there's a kind of the ghost on the night time. Sayadaw feel very scared. And then he recollect the qualities of the Buddha. So he took a while, and then his mind becomes stable and tranquil. So the qualities of the Buddha or recollections of the Buddha's quality really promise the protection, protection from the fear. So Sayadaw encouraged us to develop the recollection of the Buddha's quality. If or in case we encounter fear, or if we scared or frightened for some reason, especially during the intensive retreat, it's good to Sayadaw recommend us to develop the recollection of the Buddha's qualities. So Sayadaw now would like to explain a little bit about the qualities of the Buddha. So our Buddhas, we take refuge to, and then there's the great teachers of the humanity and celestial beings and Brahma. He has the 9 chief qualities. The first one is Arahant. Arahant means the worthy or the honor, or worthy or the homage. So we have to recollect the Buddha's virtues or the moralities, how Buddha's virtues and morality, how purified. So we have to recollect. And Buddha's concentration, the Buddha's develop very high level of concentration up to the psychic power. So the Buddha's concentration is very deep and profound. We have to recollect how deep and profound Buddha's the concentration. And then the Buddha spent 6 years in search of the liberation. Finally, the Buddha developed Vipassana insight and became fully enlightened. So in terms of the wisdom or enlightenment, also the Buddha is really worthy of the respect and honor or the homage. And then the Buddha overcome all kinds of mental defilements and greed, selfishness, anger, hatred, and so on. So the Buddha's mind is totally pure of the mental defilements. We should recollect the mental purities of the Buddha. And by recollecting these qualities of Buddha, we should pay homage to the Buddha. So because of these qualities, Buddha is a really holy person who is worthy of homage of all living beings. This is the first qualities of the Buddha, Arahant. So second quality of the Buddha is Sambuddha. So the meaning is supremely self-enlightened. So the Buddha gained the breakthrough into the Four Noble Truths. The suffering, he saw what the suffering is, and what the cause of the suffering, samudaya satya, and the cessation of the suffering, and the nirodha satya, and the way or the path to the cessation of the suffering. So the Buddha, by himself, without learning with anybody else, he enlightened, supremely self-enlightened. So we have to recollect this quality of the Buddha. The Buddha we take refuge in is so and so, such and such a admirable and admirable person. We should recollect these second qualities of the Buddha. So the third quality is Vajja Charana Sampanno. So Vajja is wisdom. Charana is practice or context. There are 3 kinds of Vajja or wisdom, and also 8 kinds of the wisdom. There's 2 definitions of Vajja, 3 Vajja and 8 kinds of Vajja. And Charana, the practices of 50 kinds. So the Buddha not only knowledgeable and well-informed, but also he practiced. So there are 50 kinds of practice. So the Buddha we take refuge in is such a superior person endowed with the 3 Vajja and 8 kinds of Vajja and 15 kinds of the practices. We should recollect this quality, and then we will feel gratified and tranquil. There are teachers of different kinds. Some teachers, they are knowledgeable, but they don't practice. Some teachers, they practice, but not correct, not enough knowledge of the correct practice. So they cannot accomplish their purpose. So the Buddha we take refuge in is the teacher who have enough knowledge and who practice. So he is gifted or endowed with both knowledge, wisdom, and practice. So our teachers, the Buddha, is a really great teacher. So we should appreciate this chance to practice the Buddha teaching. So how lucky, how fortunate we are to become the disciple of such a great teacher. So the fourth quality is called Sukhada. The meaning is the one who talk something always true and beneficial. So the Buddha always talk only something beneficial and true and beneficial. The dhamma he gave to the human beings and celestial beings and Brahma are always beneficial and true. So that's why the Buddha is honored as a Sukhada, the person or the good and beneficial and true words. So we should recollect this quality of the Buddha repeatedly so that we can feel inspired to make effort in the practice. So number 5 quality is Loka Vidu. Here Loka means world, Vidu means knower, the knower or the word. We have several kinds of the word. Literally we have 31 word or 31 planes. 11 planes which are related to sensual pleasure. Among them 4 woeful states, woeful wrongs, the hair and the animals and so on. So these 4 woeful states are very miserable and very torturous. And 7 are the plane of sensual pleasure, including human human plane, and 6 divine planes or realms are the places of sensual pleasure. And then the 16, the Brahma world, and 4 Arupa Brahma world. Altogether, there are 31 planes or 31 worlds. So the Buddha knows very well all kinds of worlds. So that's what we call Loka Vidu, this the 5th qualities of the Buddha. By recollecting this quality, we should develop the gratification and make effort in the practice. So the 6th quality is the Buddha is the best teacher who tamed the living beings, the uncivilized living beings, the human beings and the divine beings and the animal. They are rude and unruly and undisciplined, uncivilized. So the Buddha tamed them like a wild animal. The Buddha tamed living beings without using any weapon like sticks or the sword or any weapon. Instead, the Buddha applied metta, loving kindness, and compassion. Through the loving kindness, compassion, the Buddha taught the living being and tamed living beings. And in this regard, the Buddha is excellent. The Buddha excelled. No one else can do this way like the Buddha did. So this is the 6th quality of the Buddha. By recollecting this quality, we should recollect this quality repeatedly and be inspired to put effort in the practice. So now time is up to In conclusion, Sayadaw wish may you be able to develop the continuous mindfulness with the help of the recollection of the Buddha until we overcome all kinds of mental defilements and mental and physical distress. That's all for today.